Welcome back, everyone, to Starladder Season 11 Europe, featuring Helium, the best decop rare in the East. And Blaze here, co-commentating. We've got Natus Vincere versus 4 Anchors and a Sea Captain. What's up?
Looking forward to this match here. Navi, obviously a very strong team. They kind of have been trying to figure out exactly where they're going with this new roster here. They had FNG there for a little while. Godblack is now stepping in, not as a coach, but as a captain. And yeah, they're just kind of trying to find their feet. I think they might still need another roster shift or two before they're like back into tier one, like a top tier status. I shouldn't say tier one because they definitely are a tier one team now. But for Anchor Sea Captain, they were a team that didn't look too strong a couple months ago, and then after the Dream League performance, they've just been on fire. So it's too difficult to count either side out in this regard, but I am looking forward to seeing this match. It's definitely some of the better teams that we have here at Starladder Season 11, and I'm expecting a lot out of both sides. So early on, the draft here from Godblack seems pretty, consistent, tried and true. The Jakira, the Lycan, we see a lot of that push-oriented play from many different teams, and it should work out pretty well here.
Yep, just some of that standard push that can be hard to deal with. Lycan, no matter where he lanes, if he gets shut down as a hero that can catch up very quickly, and before you know it, he can be bringing down towers while maybe you're fighting elsewhere with your Ogre and with your Venge. So Venge going to make another appearance here in another game. Been in the first pick a lot throughout the last couple days, and definitely today in Starladder 11 Europe. Looking at some of the bans, Puck and Brewmaster taken out, so no more Puck on the day. They don't want to give that away over to Funnick. We saw him play that really, really nicely from a 1v1 offlane position yesterday. But Funnick, Puck, Brew, Bane, Death Prophet banned out as some other push options. Void, Elder Titan, and Ember Spirit banned out by Natus Vincere.
Yeah, so seeing the options that are left in the pool here, they could still go with something like the Slark. I think that would be pretty strong for ASC. That's obviously a Matoma Man favorite and has a lot of potential against the Lycan directly. But of course, the Jakiro does provide some kind of ground target disable that might frustrate him to some degree, and that's obviously during the Shadow Dance that it's most relevant there. Either way, they ban out the Slark, so that's not going to be an option for them. Still was a pretty good pick alongside the Venge. Ogre getting that Bloodlust and Wave of Terran, the Vengeance or enhancements. But when it comes down to it, you still can pick up a lot of different heroes to pick up with this duo. Was about a month ago regarded as the most powerful duo in Dota, just because of the fact that they are very good early game ganking, and they're projecting their carry into the mid to late game very early on with their artificial enhancements, the steroids, if you will. But I would have to say that there are some supports that would definitely contest that nowadays. There are a lot of very active supports like the Elder Titan we've been seeing a lot of and that kind of thing. But still, as far as bringing hard carry online sooner rather than later, there's probably no better duo. Anyways, they have a lot of options here. We have seen things like Medusa work out decent with Ogre Venge, but not great against the Lycan here. He has obviously the Necronomicon. He has the Tempo that beats out Medusa pretty well, so I don't think that that's a really good option for them at the moment, but you could still go for like Luna and Gyro. I think those are really powerful AoE suppressors that can deal with the push early on from the Lycan. They're going to go for a Storm Spirit for now. Curious if that's just going to be their solo mid, or if they are going to run something weird like a Safe Lane Storm.
Yep, Storm going to be zipping and zapping around the battlefield. Should be, if he gets off to a good start, it's definitely going to be a really quality pick, but if we transition into the really late game, I mean, we've seen Lycans going to the point where they're getting Blink Daggers and Abyssal Blades. And with the Necros, if it would even still be in the inventory at that point, like, you can just jump on the Storm Spirit, take away his mana pretty quickly. I'm sure this is talking very hypothetically, but I don't know, man. Games have been going long here the last couple days. Na'Vi went with the Witch Doctor, a little bit of heal to go ahead and fuel up that push even more. And they're looking for the 4th pick now. So the 2 supports probably taken care of in the Witch Doctor and the Jakiro. However, a lot of teams have been sending the Twin-Headed Dragon into the offlane, so we could maybe see even another support to come up there. But already, Witch Doctor with the Cask, the AoE stuns of the Ice Path, and the Death Ward. A lot of potential for the teamfight control just between those 2 heroes. Maybe a Darkseer pops up in the offlane or something. Who knows?
Yeah, I'm not so sure. For right now, it's going to be difficult to get the full Witch Doctor channel off. You are up against Electric Vortex, Fire
Yeah,
Blast,
stuns on everybody.
Magic Missile, Swap. all very good. Even when you get the BKB or even when you control the area around you, it's still not the easiest thing. But it's good for push. That's the bottom line. Is even if you're not factoring the Death Ward, the Cask and the Voodoo Restoration are huge spells contributing to Navi's lineup very effectively, and it should make for some easy tower money. So they're going to be able to build up their first, let's say, 2,000 net worth on everybody very easily, and it's going to be on 4 AFC to disrupt it from that point forward. The Magnus does come out, though, and uh, I guess that could be their
Like a
offlaner.
vacuum.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's a cluster mechanism. That's a pretty big deal. Could be working very well with the Macropyre in particular. But I'm curious how they lane it. Is this going to be a Dendi Magnus, as we've seen so recently, and then Havos could take the safe lane Lycan? That would leave Funnick for
I could see Funnick
a number
Magnus.
of options on the offlaner. I mean, I could see it. I definitely could. But if they go for something a little bit different, I think they might be better off. Maybe Funnick Batrider on the offlane could make this lineup a really solid 5 stack.
Yeah, start the fight with the Blink Lasso, pull someone back. Hopefully you get the 5v4 advantage off of that, and then you have got an RP, an Ice Path, and a Death Ward to work with, while Lycan either joins up with the team fight, adds his Necros to the fight, or just takes towers elsewhere. But someone that can push almost faster than Lycan, if not maybe just the same speed as Lycan, the Terrorblade comes out, and with that Metamorphosis, with his illusions, looking to bring down towers at the same time. This game is going to be 4 versus 4, and then Lycan and Terrorblade just going to be doing PvE things.
Yeah. Definitely going to be about structural damage this game. How quickly the towers evaporate to the claws of the Lycan or whatever the hell Terrorblade hits with, those spinny swords. But,
I think
yeah.
that's the official name of that weapon.
Spinny swords.
The spinny
Pretty
swords.
sweet. At least until he goes meta. But, yeah, I don't know. In this position, I love the Terrorblade being able to work very well with Ogre and Venge. He's not going to be having too many issues in the armor department, which obviously the Lycan, the Witch Doctor do a lot of physical damage. But when it comes down to it, can he really bring enough to the team fights? Because both sides are going to have heavy split push, but I kind of feel that Na'Vi can now transition in, win the 4v4, whatever it is that's going to be happening throughout the mid game, and from there they're going to be able to do a lot more as far as actual like team push, death ball strats. When you look at 4ASC, and there's the Undying to really just flesh out that death ball, if you will. But yeah, the Storm Spirit, it feels like an awkward pick here. Like the Storm Ogre initiation is great. Avenge has some good range on her Nether Swap and stuff like that as well. When it comes down to it, nobody just keeps pace with the Storm Spirit. He balls, let's say, a quarter away across the map. Nobody's going to be picking up a Blink Dagger to follow up on that. Like it's difficult to really feel like you're able to initiate at long range like Storm Spirit wants to do. He's going to be able to control Lycan to an extent because he can go ahead and get an Orchid, prevent the shapeshift. That's great. But at the end of the day, you're kind of initiating by yourself, and hopefully the Tide Blink will be enough to alleviate that concern, but I still think there's going to be some issues here. The Tide does, however, counteract the zombies a bit with the Anchor Smash. After about 3 stacks of zombies, usually pop a Smash, and that's going to take down all the current zombies within its radius. But God Black Undying is a tried and true favorite, and if I had to put rares on anything, I'd say Navi's draft is a lot stronger right now.
If I had to put rares on anything, I would say that this game is going to be ridiculous, and there's going to be a lot of fighting. At least at the early to mid game stages. If it goes late, it'll probably be a lot of ratting.
Could this be a level 1 rush?
I
mean, they got Liquid Fire, they've got Lycan, Witch Doctor, Heal.
Empower?
I could see this being like a level 1 Roshan to like just
Empower and Soul Rip even. If you really wanted to just stay healthy, you might want to pick up the Tombstone if they engage on you. Yeah. Who's level 1 is better, do you think? I feel like anything with a Cask and an Ice Path is going to be pretty good. Level 1.
I think it's strong. I don't think they'd go Ice Path if they were going for
if they're going for Roche, yeah, good point.
But the big thing here is that Venge and Ogre are both pretty good at level 1, and also Terrorblade can just go Metamorphosis level 1. That would be pretty insane too. But that would be, if any of this was happening, and this is all Theorycraft worlds, we do see that they're not going to bother with anything gimmicky like that. They definitely could. Undying has been seen to do that kind of stuff in the past quite a bit. But what we're going to be seeing instead is going to be your standard lanes as you would see them. Dendi going to be going for the solo mid. Godblack may be going with Funnick down bottom. I mean, but Funnick did go boots first, but maybe the Godblack dual lane could help them a little bit as far as making their lanes more consistent. In either case, we're going to be seeing an aggro try come out for 4 anchors. and a sea captain, and I think that does put some good pressure on the Lycan, but I'm not sure how much farm Terrorblade's going to get.
Yeah. It does appear Navi's going with a 2-1-2 though. They've got Goblock as well as Phonic in the offlane here. Maybe Goblock goes elsewhere, but he's down here for now. He looks like he wants to fight because he does have a magic stick. Going up against the... It's not the most spammed ability, but Anchor Smash does get cast quite a bit. And that's going to be Trixie on the Tidehunter here for the 4 anchors. I guess he's the sea captain. The anchors, Valix in the middle lane. Terrorblade going to be handled by Matumbaman. And up top, where we see that aggressive lane, it's going to be Jarex, the MVP of the Dream League we mentioned earlier, and Boogie on the Venge and Ogre Magi.
Yeah, so Terrorblade has a little bit more scaling on his push, but at like the base levels, if you just compare Metamorphosis to the Shapeshift, I would have to say, yeah, they're pretty equivalent. And then later on, as Terrorblade gets more items, he can do a little bit more there. But it comes down to the laning stage for now, I think. Like how this try versus try works out is going to be dramatically shifting how we can expect this game to go. The Observer Ward blocking off the pole is going to make it just a bloodbath, as the supports don't have anything better to do than fight in zone.
Yeah, and let's see, it's going to be the 4 anchors here looking for the pickoff. They're hiding behind these trees. Vanscore and Goblack are going to move in. Are they going to try to fight, though? Like, Terrorblade, what is he going to add to this? Maybe he gets Metamorphosis level 1, pops it, gets those big right clicks in. I mean, 20 bonus damage, it'll be 73 bonus damage overall if he pops it up. The right click would be fairly strong, or maybe he gets the slow. But I don't think they're going to go for this. They're still hiding. They're waiting for, I guess, just one person to walk through here trying to chain the pool. But do they even find the kill with just Magic Missile and Ignite? With Ignite, yeah,
off
probably.
tower, sure, certainly. As long as it's not undying. He can decay them and he can get away. But Man right now is being pressured. But they have to be thinking, like, what the hell is a Terrorblade doing in the offlane right now? They have to be thinking, like, what are we actually up against right here, as the supports are still missing off the map. So Dendy's going to be playing it safe, but now they go out. They check the pulls. They see that there are no creep spawns. And soon enough, they're going to be singled out.
Blocked. They're still not. I mean, the camps are blocked. Now they've got no reason to go back unless it's to D-ward. The courier's going
the rune.
towards
They're going to cover up the top rune, and that's, I
lane.
think, where it's going to break out a little bit. But
they might even run down the river.
I don't know. I mean, this Dire Observer Ward is going to find them pretty quickly if they go towards the river. I don't know. I think Dendy's afraid of courier snipes here in the mid. Like, they are really just constantly afraid of them being anywhere on the map right now, and they should be. I mean, that's just general good game sense. But if Boogie and Jarex like unleash right now on Advanced Score, there's a good chance they find the first blood. Though I don't know if they get out unscathed.
It could be hard though. Paralyzing Cask is going to stun them both
get vision.
Up. They're going to get vision. JRX is seen. Dendy was maybe having to play a little scared when he was bottle crowing. But as for the lane, it's not affecting his CS. He's got 10. Storm's got 13. Dendy's going to get another wave at the tower, probably even things up. And bottom lane doesn't really care either. That's Phonic down there. He's got 11 last hits, 3 on the Jakiro up top. Are they fighting yet? No, they're not. And
keep repositioning.
Jakiro is a really good laner up against the Tidehunter.
Honestly, if the lane just stays status quo like this, then it's just an auto win for Lycan. Like, it's not even contested. They're trying to play these mind games, and obviously it's confusing Na'Vi, who wouldn't be perplexed at this, but nevertheless, it's not actually doing anything other than giving Terrorblade solo experience.
Didn't Na'Vi see the Venge, though?
No. I actually checked the vision secondary, and there's a very small, like, it's actually, you have to go very deep into the tree line to see it. But now they've smoked out, they're going towards the mid lane, and if this is a first blood, like, that's a huge investment for it. It almost doesn't seem worth it, but we'll see.
No, things definitely not going the way they really wanted them to go. Dendy here, he does have 2 points in Skewer right now. He has one, the Ignite, the other stun. They don't. Do they have the mana for the Vortex? They do. It's a long Vortex. It will pull him back the Ignite. He's going to get the first blood, though, Dendy. That investment from Anchors all that time. The patience, it does not pay off. Dendy, first blood, the experience for the kill up to level 4. Now when Dendy comes back to the lane with, I guess, a TP, Valix is completely out of mana. Like, he'll even have the lane advantage coming off of this.
Very awkward decision-making from 4ASC. They obviously had a plan, and whatever trap they were setting, nobody walked into. So they tried to make something happen by themselves, and they end up dying for it painfully. First blood to Dendy, that's just... It makes it, you question what their intentions were in the first place. But we do see Boogie going up against Phonic right now. They walk right by each other, standing there like AFK, bro? Like, what is this?
That's what chat thought was going on.
Now taking a lot of damage from Phonic. One more liquid fire, and he's dead. Oh, so close, chasing him down. He's a vision, and he does get it.
That was generous from the Dota gods. I had the range up. He does get the attack off, though. Liquid Fire going to be a kill for Funnick. Not only is he dominating the CS in this lane, 22 and 5 to now 16, he's just found himself a kill delivered on a platter. There's a lot of meat on that Ogre Magi. This dragon probably stuffed right now.
Funnick pretty well trapped, though. They will get the reflection off, so he's slow to a crawl. He is going to be making a dragon sandwich here, but the last hit's probably going to have to go to a support. I wanted it on the Terrorblade. It's going to go to... It looks like Trixie, though JRX, no, he takes it as the last hit, as the body blocks are insufficient.
Going carry, boys.
Well, and it's fine to give the kill to support. He's going to get his boots off of that. I don't have a qualm with that. The problem is, like, they're looking for so much more out of what they've done in this early stage. If you look at the experience per minute right now, Ogre is at 49 and Venge is at 43. Like, they've gotten nothing out of this early stage, and I would say that level 6 is very good on both of these supports. So getting them involved early, if it comes out favorably for them, great. But obviously, they're even at best when you consider the first blood gold, or perhaps even less so. Matumba Man, he rotates manually from top lane to bottom. The Metamorphosis doesn't actually allow him to contribute to the kill. He does get an assist, but I don't think he was within the radius to get the Golder experience. In either case, he's just not looking good. I mean, he's starting off with only 12 CS here at the 5-minute mark. I mean, this could have been so much simpler if they just started bottom.
I don't think I've ever seen someone with 40 experience per minute at 5 minutes into the game, let alone 2 people. Granted, you can come back pretty quickly from that with just being involved in a couple kills. I mean, Vengeful Spirit gets that one there. I'm not even sure the experience and the gold kicked in onto that chart, given that Vengeful Spirit just picked up the kill a couple seconds ago. There is usually a bit of a delay transferring it over to the graphs.
Oh, no, for not for the drop-down graphs. Those are pretty much instantaneous.
All right, well, just kidding. Still very low then.
Mm-hmm.
And Matumba Man going to give the go-ahead. It was Vanscore that was requesting the pause. Vanscore on that Witch Doctor. Havost here on the Lycan. Dendi, of course, on the Magnus for the second time that we've seen at Na'Vi. They played yesterday. They looked very, very good, and already things going well for them here. Go Black will even transfer to hitting creeps, and similar to what we saw Eternal Envy do. He'll start in the mid lane with the Lycan, and they'll give the middle lane to AUI after Lycan transfers to the jungle. Na'Vi will do it here, except they started him in the safe lane, and now Undying's going to start hitting some creeps. Probably go for a Vanguard or a Mechanism.
Yeah, I could see a lot of different ways to work it. I think actually a Crimson Guard would be really strong here. I talk about that item a lot more than some people would prefer I do, but that's because although it's new, it's actually really strong in its concept. It will prevent some damage from the Anchor Smash, one of the few abilities that is blockable.
Oh, Terrorblade.
Oh,
It's going to be close. He gets him!
Magic damage, good against this hero, guys.
That spell costs no mana either, guys.
Yeah, it's just like, because he has such low HP and he has such high armor, it's all about magic damage to bring him down, and in this case, that's a huge kill. He is set back so significantly. He's down, he's like 6 in net worth. Like, there's 3 dire heroes that are above him, including a Jakiro. Like, this is just sad. It really is. As far as that Crimson Guard I was talking about, it blocks some of the damage from Anchor Smash. It will almost completely nullify the Conjure Image damage. So Matumba Man, with his illusions, if they're attacking heroes that are crimsoned, then they pretty much won't be doing anything. But we do have some wolves here playing with Trixie. He gets a kill off on one of them via Anchor Smash. But the important thing is his position is revealed, and they're still scrambling to find an actual kill out of things.
They know that JRX is teleporting down. Well, they don't know he's teleporting down to the bottom lane, but Funnick probably realizes it. No wards here. There's a ward for the Radiant. The Dire ward's a little further back. It doesn't see anyone rotating over. That one's very fresh. I think, did Dendi just go and put... Yeah, Dendi has the wards. Vanscore gave them to him on the Courier. And Dendi will go put down these aggressive wards. Also one. I mean, you're the mid player, right? You know where you want the wards. So I like that idea. I'd like to actually see that maybe even more.
Yeah. All right. I mean, obviously, teams can just...
Yeah, they can communicate, but...
Practice, training, expertise. But we do see Undying is already level 5 and is rotating here towards the mid lane here. If you just look at the level charts, again, we've got a level 5 Undying, a level 7 Jakiro, and only level 2 and 3 Venge and Ogre. Obviously, the Witch Doctor, I skipped over him. He is only level 4, so he's going to make it up as his safe lane solo. He kind of takes his turn here since the Lycan refuses to leave the jungle. So Witch Doctor will get solo experience. The Undying already got solo experience, and across the board, they're just going to be building up their team and really pressuring these extremely weak supports. They even find the stack out here. They have the Dire Observer ward that was revealing it. They will try to make sure that Venge doesn't get anywhere near this to get half the experience, or I guess a fifth of the experience.
Fifth or a quarter, yeah. Not a lot of experience was had there by the Vengeful Spirit, so she's pretty sad. Still level 2, close to level 3 right now, and with the way the lane's going up top, just letting the supports go in and out and get so much, like, if Witch Doctor hits level 6, Undying level 6, and they just want to group up, like, the Vlad's is already here, maybe even still just wait for the Necro. I guess the Blink on Dendi would be big. They can just 5-man. What are the Anchors going to do with a level 2 Venge when there's no swap whatsoever?
Yeah, I think there might be a good chance of killing somebody bottom lane here. Dendi makes his rotations. Invis, skewer back would equal a kill on anybody. Venge, obviously no swap available. Just outside detection range if Matoma Man leaves the tower at all. Hell, they might even look just to tower dive.
Or just skewer RP for that matter. Looking at the Anchors, Storm and Ogre and Tide all have TP, so they can come in. Yeah, TP coming into the tree line, not going to be noticed. It's Valix going right on to Phonic. Phonic probably going to take a fall here. Dendi will bring up the level 4 Vengeful, or bring down, rather. It's good
nice
that they don't go for him, because like, if he died for killing the level 4 Venge, that would just not have been worth it. But yeah, Jakiro goes down. Probably still wasn't that worth it.
Yeah, no,
Jakiro
it definitely
dying
wasn't.
at level 8.
That's a huge kill. This is for ASC finally getting something in
Ravage.
return. Now they go for the Ravage up top. They will get another freebie here.
Maybe
Most likely.
he's got 2
Nice
points
split.
in heal.
Beautiful
Nah, they
split
bring
on
it
the
down.
Paralyzing Cask. If that had bounced, they probably would have actually lost somebody rather than getting the kill. But they Delta split it up nice, and they are able to make it so that they profit from that exchange. They get a big Jakiro kill. They get a nice free Witch Doctor kill. And I would have to say that they're feeling a lot more comfortable, though the Venge is still going to be hurting for levels. She's going to go on mid alongside the Storm, but not much coming of it for now.
Yeah, Storm, though, top of the net worth here. He got 62 last hits, 8 denies, so he is behind the Lycan, who's got 74 last hits, but his net worth there
Oh, tower
is
deny range
5K.
down bottom.
Yeah, bottom tower going down. All the Ice Path and the Fortify down to 11 damage, so definitely going to get the deny. Liquid Fire has run out. Ogre will take it. Good job, Boogie, trying to get them fantasy points up. And smoke into the Roche pit. It's a Vlad's and a Medallion of Courage. Havost really wanted to go for the Roche early, and he'll find it here at 10 minutes, unless scouted by the Anchors. Blue already pinging it out. Phonic goes in with a Liquid Fire. What are they going to try to do? Venge going to get the full scoop, Wave of Terror into the pit. Everyone rotating over, though, and there is an RP here. They're going to have to deal with Valix. He does have a haste, and it's a very good time to have such a rune. Ball laning in, ball laning out. But everyone here, do you want to fight into a Tombstone and RP? There is actually no Death Ward, but they do have the Flesh Golem as well on Go Black. And
Yeah, I
Roche
think
is
without
going
the
down.
Ravage, they just can't do it. The Haste Rune made an opportunity for maybe a snatch, but they've waited long enough that has dissipated, and the Storm won't be able to get in the pit. So Lycan gets that last hit, that gold, that experience, and that's Aegis of the Immortal. And they're going to be able to use it to just push and pressure Double Man to no end. He's still only at 38 last hits, and there he'll stay for some time.
Yeah, meanwhile, Trixie trying to push down this tower as fast as the Tide Hunter knows how by creep skipping and just letting the creeps do the pushing. The top 2 run getting pretty low, but now Lycan going to come and deal with that. Lycan still not over the Storm on net worth, as while they were doing Roche, Storm was actually clearing out some neutral camp stacks, which was nice. What's maybe not nice is that Dendi's Magnus now has Mana Boots Bottle, the Blink Dagger now coming up a little past 11
Trixie
minutes.
all by himself.
Yeah,
Even with 4 points in Anchor, or Kraken Shell and
Well done
the
by
Anchor
Havo.
Smash, he still should be going down here. The bounce, RNG, such
Yo, it's
agony for him.
it's
man.
such BS. I swear it prioritizes heroes over creeps.
Only against you, right?
No, like, especially when I play Witch Doctor. It's insane. Middle lane, though, the RP onto 2! Skewering through the macro pyre. Talk about a synergy.
Really well played. Phonic having a high enough level and a bit of mana regen to be able to facilitate that early point in the ultimate. And now they can just push down the tower. I mean, they've got the Tombstone up still. They're clearing out the creep wave, and they can just keep the Liquid Fire up. This tower essentially can't defend itself with Liquid Fire on it. It attacks at half speed.
Stupid tower.
It's got wet noodles for arms, and it just is holding them up without actually creating any shields. Still a lot of TPs coming in. The Tombstone dissipates, and this will be another deny from 4 Anchors.
Felix going for this. Going to get that overcharge attack in. The Vortex now on Phonic, trying to bring him down. The Soul Rip, though, going to give him that HP. Ravage coming through from Trixie. Vanscore was there to lend a hand. Might just be giving up a kill. He is. The Skewer back, though, onto JRX. Can they bring him down? Dendi going to fall back. Shockwave on cooldown. They won't find the kill. Negative Earn Charge actually. Bottle Charge given over to JRX, and it's going to keep him up. Nice heads-up play from the teammate. I'm assuming it was the Storm. I doubt Dendi gave him the Bottle Charge.
Matoma Man has a bottle too, but he's bottom lane. And Dendi is actually taking some damage here. I don't think he'll be going down. Nice Tombstone. Actually, they could turn this around well if they had the Shockwave connecting. but
Ooh, Blink on Tide.
there it is. It's still too late. Oh, Jerax playing with fire here almost actually goes down just to a stray shockwave due to the long range vision there. But in the end, it's just going to be Matumba Man pushing the tower down bottom with Metamorphosis, and otherwise minimal kills back and forth. It's 6-6 here at the 13-minute mark.
Yeah, still about a kill a minute here, and grouping up in the middle lane. The Blink Dagger is there
What's
looking
the
for
deny?
a
What the
Blink
hell?
skewer tower. Whoa, will go down. Havos going to grab it. No problem.
That was 100% in deny range. They just got distracted with all the team fight. They completely forgot about it.
Oh well, Matumba Man going to do what he can to push down the bottom lane. No Metamorphosis, though. That's the real pushing ability for another 70 seconds. Trixie's here, no Ravage, and that's why Na'Vi is grouping up. They know that they can't do anything on the side of Anchors to stop this. The Death Ward goes out. Will bring down Trixie. Quickly going to go on JRX. He is... Oh, the swap still almost brings him down. He lives with about 12 HP. Now the Tier 2 tower about to fall. The Glyph of Fortification just refreshed will now be almost immediately used. Go Black running in with the Flesh Golem online and a Shockwave to do the deed. Valek's going to try to do what he can, but that's not much. Jakiro's Liquid Fire will bring down the tower. It's 8-6, 14 minutes in. Team fight recap. Na'Vi taking some nice gains. Valek's doing what he can, in and out. Here's the Tombstone drop down right now.
Yeah, and look at these wards. There's one Templar in the base. There's one just outside of it. They have complete control of this territory, tower or not. It's on 4 Anchors to pull something huge. But without Ravage for 30 seconds, it doesn't seem like they can stop the Tier 3 push, and at least a Rax. In fact,
RP on 3! The skewer back into the Tombstone. It's still got a quarter of its life, and everyone, they just disappear. Trixie, the last of the 3 to fall, and Na'Vi looking like the Na'Vi pushing into the base 14 minutes from TI2 or TI3 even. Things have gone from bad to worse for the Anchors. Losing a middle Rax at 15 surely means defeat.
Yeah, I don't see them coming back from this one here. They got so much gold walking away from this. The Dendi already had an insanely well-timed Blink Dagger, as fast as his average time is like 12.8, according to the stats man. And yeah, I think that he's just outclassing himself the way he's played this Magnus this game. The Blink RP triple in that fight, but I mean across the board he's been doing some great skewers. Godblack finishing up his Vanguard here, tanky as all get out, survive through the fight, even without the spam of Decay, and you better believe that's going to be a Crimson card next. It's just going to be so difficult to bring the entire team down, and at this point they've got control of the map 100%. Pavos didn't even have to use his his Aegis for this, just going and dominating across the map, and it all started with that really awkward laning phase on the top lane for 4 Anchors.
Awkward is understatement of the year. Well, maybe just an understatement. Understatement of the year when it came to rotating mid and then giving Dendi the first blood. Things just did not start off well. We'll even check out their experience per minute on JRX. It's 130, 164 on Boogie. The lowest right now on the Dire is, surprisingly, the Undying here at 280.
Yeah, he's actually roamed a lot. After he got the solo experience at first, he got to level 5, and then since then he's been all about moving between the lanes or 5-man Dota. And in that situation, those situations, you don't get that much experience, and he has only gotten to level 9 since then. But it's been a very short game overall, and Na'Vi have just made the most of their short time. Aegis does expire, but Havos wasn't even looking to use it anyways. He'll have a Necro 3 up shortly, and then they should probably just go for the GG push down bottom.
I mean, Havos pretty much just took Roche like it was another creep last hit. That's all it was really for, and in case he died, it would be nice to have the Aegis. Up top, though, the meta to the Tier 2 tower. I mean, the Terrorblade has at least netted them 3 towers, but unfortunately, the rest of the game going south. Like, they're losing a Tier 2, they've lost the mid lane completely gutted, everything, even almost the Econ buildings, or the effigy buildings, whatever you want to call them. I guess Moonwells is what they were, have fallen out there in the middle lane, and the Tier 2 bottom going to be cleaned up. Matumbaman going to continue to push the top. That'll bring back the TPs. That's Dendi, the Magnus.
Base race! Yeah, I don't know. You can't win a base race in this situation, but he might as well try and do what he can. Split pushing up top, forcing Dendi back. Dendi takes quite a few hits despite his 8 armor, because Metamorphosis is a really strong spell, but moving forward, we got the fight.
All right, Havos is not going to go down. They can't bring him. He'll get the shapeshift off. That's the escape. Tombstone down. Hasn't even sustained damage. They've got nothing that can bring it down. The Death Ward will go out. That forces Valix back. Phonic showing that he's got a Yule Scepter, and the Ice Path will do enough. The Wolf was also at his door. And the tower now going to fall here
Man's
to
TP was
Phonic.
canceled by a Blink RP from Dendi. He's just
That's the GG.
running around circles around Matamba Man, preventing him from getting home word bound to actually defend. The Ravage was blinked in by Trixie and almost got Havos, but when it didn't, And the fact they couldn't actually get home with the Terrorblade, there really wasn't anything for them to do. Just a really good aggressive stance from Na'Vi. I love the Godblack draft, and I think that they should look to play the style a little bit more frequently because for teams that are less coordinated than them, it makes it look like a stomp. And even in competitive matches, I think it gives them a good edge. So in this game, 17 minutes, 46 seconds, you can't argue that Na'Vi deserved this win.
I mean, what more can you ask for in a draft? Team fight control, pushing heroes, like good offlaner, good lanes, crazy strong team fight with the Undying and the Magnus. I guess a total package, and 4 Anchors were not quite ready for it. And we might get to see it again. Na'Vi are playing next up against Legends. So we're going to see them here. That'll be the last game of the day on Starladder Europe. Sorry for the confusion about the schedule today, guys. It's confusing me as well. We're finding out everything a little last minute, but oh, there's a good stat. 3rd shortest game of Starladder. Stick around here, though, and before we go, I'm Helium. You can follow me on Twitter at HeliumBrella. Blaze here at Blaze Casting, and our wonderful stats guy at Cart Dota. Stick around.